Hello guys, in the next two videos we're going to set up a deathmatch map using the Unreal Tournament information in UDK. In the next coming videos we're also going to have a look at setting up team deathmatch maps and capture the flag maps as well. So I've built this real simple level here just using the BSP brush, and I've dropped in some static meshes, I've got a light mass importance volume up there, and I've got a directional light source as well. So it's a real small, real simple level just for this demonstration. So to start off with, if we just press the green play button, we're going to get this error that says couldn't spawn the player, could not find a starting spot. So we need to add a starting spot, and the starting spots are known as player starts. So to add a player start, we just need to right click on the level where we want it to go. We're going to go add actor, and we're going to go to add player start. We can click that and that's going to add our player start, which is this little joystick looking icon. If I zoom in on it, we can get a good look at it. Now if I just rotate this thing around, you'll notice that we've got this little blue arrow that's sticking out the side of our player start point, and that basically indicates which way the player or the bot is going to be facing when they spawn into the level. So I'll just rotate it around so we're facing this piece of fence right here, and I'll press play. Now we can actually spawn in, and you can see that I'm actually facing the direction that that arrow was pointing in. I can rotate this around 180 degrees roughly. Oh, there we go. And press play again, and I'm facing the opposite direction. Alright, so that's our player start point, and I'm going to move this thing. Oh, I should also point out as well, if you want this player start point, or anything that you place for that matter, to sort of snap down to the nearest lowest piece of geometry or static mesh, just lift it up in the air. If we press the end key, it's going to jump down as low as it can go until it actually hits a piece of geometry or another mesh. Okay, so I'm just going to rotate this player start point around, and I'm going to move it over here. And I'm just going to double check, press play, and yep, I'm spawning in. I've actually spawned in a little bit close to that barrel right there. Not barrel, crate. So I'm just going to move it back a little bit more. So I'll put it right in the corner, press play, check it out, see where I am. Yep, alright, that'll do for a starting point for me. Alright, okay, so that's our player start points. We're going to need more of those for if we want more bots in the level, so I'm going to add some more. Now I could just add more, or I could copy it if I wanted to. So I could hold Alt and drag out another one. I'll take that over to the other side of my level. So I'll just move around. I'll shift that over here, and I'm just going to hide it behind this pillar because I don't want the bot to spawn in and immediately start shooting at me. You'll see that you'll get this bad size error message when you're overlapping with any geometry. That'll go away as soon as you move it away from any overlapping objects or geometry. So I want this player start point to face that way, and I'm going to copy it out again. So hold Alt and drag out a copy. Use my go-to button to save me a bit of time. And I'm just going to place this one just around the corner here. Oops. There. I'm going to rotate it around so it's facing that way, and I'll just tuck them behind there. Alright, great. That's cool. So we got our 3 player start points sorted out now. Basically, it'll just choose one of these for you to start the game at, and it'll spawn the other 2 bots in the ones that you don't use. Alright, so that's our player start points set up, and the next thing that we're going to do now is actually set up the game type so that we do use the Unreal Tournament game type. At the moment, we're not using any game type, so when we spawn in, we're just like a sort of a head kind of floating around with no weaponry or anything like that. So I'm just going to press escape, and to do this, we're going to go to View and World Properties. We're going to go to Game Type, and then we're going to change the default game type from None to UT Game. When we do that, we press play, we're going to spawn in with the Unreal Tournament information. So we've got our mini map up at the top right there, we've got our HUD in the bottom right. We also spawn in with a weapon which we can use, shoot, enjoy, and have fun with. Alright, okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put some weapons and pickups into our level. Right, so to do that, it's real simple. We just need to go to the content browser, and we're going to go to the actor classes tab, and we're going to come down to the pickups section. And here you can see we've got ammo, armor, health, items, and weapons. So we'll just start off with weapons, and we've got 2 different types here. We've got the UT weapon locker underscore content, and then we've got the UT weapon pickup factory. So the pickup factory can basically hold 1 weapon, and the locker content can hold multiple weapons. So we'll just drag and drop our pickup factory into the level, but it doesn't work just yet, right? If we press the play button and we go running up to that pickup factory, you can see that there's actually nothing there. And we just need to make a couple of changes to its properties to make this work. So we're going to select the pickup factory in the level. We're going to press F4 to open up its properties. I'll just get rid of the content browser for now. And we're going to go into the top option, which is UT Weapon Pickup Factory. And Weapon Pickup class is currently set to none. I'm going to change that to the rocket launcher. Why not? Press the play button. With that done now, we can run in and collect our rocket launcher and start using it in the level and have a bit of fun with it. Alright, easy, right? Easy to get the weapons in. Piece of cake. So that's the Weapon Pickup Factory. We'll open up the content browser again and we'll have a look at the classes tab, and we're going to go for the weapon locker content this time. And I'm just going to click and drag and drop it into the level. And same applies. It's not going to work until we have a look at its property. So we'll press F4, open up UT Weapon Locker. So at the moment it says weapons and none, so we need to press this little green plus button to add a new item. We're going to hit the drop down for 0. And we're going to go weapon class, and we can set the rocket launcher in there. We'll press the plus button again to add another one. So we'll open up slot 1 and we'll change the weapon class to the shock rifle. We'll press play. And we can go running up to our pickup logger, and you can see now that we've got the shock rifle, we've got the rocket launcher, and we've got our link gun as well. Alright, so that's setting up weapons, right? Real easy to do that, absolute piece of cake. So the next thing that we need to do is get some bots into this level, and to test this out we could press the play button, and we can open the console by pressing the tab button and type in add bots, all one word, followed by a space, and then the number of bots that we want to spawn. So I want to spawn 2 bots, but we have a bit of an issue. They're not going to spawn. Now the problem is that you can see that we've got this message up there in the top left of the screen saying that the paths need to be rebuilt. So to rebuild your paths, we just need to come to the top here, click the build paths button. It'll do a map build, and then we can close it down. You can ignore the error messages for now. If we press the play button, we're going to go tab again, add bots, space 2, and we've spawned in 2 bots in our player start points, but they're not actually moving anywhere, and that's because we haven't got any path nodes in place. And path nodes are basically, they allow our AI to move around, right? So the AI will spawn here, it'll move to a path node, that path node will be connected to several other path nodes. The AI will make a choice to which path node it wants to travel to. So to add path nodes is real easy, and I'm actually going to go into my top view for this, just because I find it easier to do that, at least for now. And we're going to start adding in our path nodes, alright? So to add our first path node, I'm just going to go and right click, and I'm going to go to, oh, you can't really see that, so I'm going to move this somewhere where you can see it. I'll just go into my full view. I'm going to go right click, add actor, and then add path node. That might just be off the edge of the screen, so I'm going to find somewhere better. I'll do it up here. Okay, so right click, add actor, add path node. And that adds our path node, our first path node. There it is, right there, little apple icon. That's our path node. But we need to kind of fill the level with these path nodes so that the bot can travel around. The bots can travel around the entire level, right? So I'm going to go into my top view now. And what I'm going to do is, just to save a bit of time, I'm going to start copying some of these things out, right? So I'm going to full view this, and I'm going to add one right in the top corner to start off with, and just hold Alt and drag out new ones. That'll do. I might be maybe using too many of these, but we'll see how it goes. And we'll just keep copying out a few of these, and then I'm going to hold Control and select all of these. Or you can actually, if we just select one of them, you can right click and go to select, and we're going to select all path node actors. That selects every single path node, and I can just, I'm doing this real quick, right? You might want to take your time with this. I'm just going to hold Alt and just drag out a whole load of path nodes just to cover the entire level. Doing this nice, quick, easy way. Okay, so we've got one bad size there. It's because it's overlapping with some geometry in the level. I'll just show you that. Just zoom in on it. There it is. It's kind of overlapping with this BSP brush right here. So I'm just going to delete that one because we don't want that. All right, we're also going to need some path nodes up on my upper level here as well. And to make sure the bots can travel up the stairs, I'm definitely going to want one path node right at the bottom of the stairs. And then I'm going to hold Alt and copy that out. And I'm going to lift it up in the air, and I'm just going to move along so we can see this. Alright, if I want this to just sort of snap down to the ground, okay, so as low as it can go, I'm just going to lift it up in the air, press end, and it'll jump down to the nearest piece of geometry. And then I'm going to copy out some more of these, just to fill up my sort of gangway up here. Copy out some more and some more. Might use my top view for this now. Can get a bit confusing when you do go into your top view because there are quite a few of them in there. Just going to move this down. I've got this kind of little tunnel over here, which I'm going to want my bots to travel through. So I'm just going to copy out another, just so you can see what's going on. I'm going to move, and one more will do. Alright, so our level's full of path nodes right now, but they're not going to work just yet. What we need to do is we need to rebuild those paths again, and I'll turn on paths so you can actually see this working. So I'm just going to go and go to show and turn on paths. At the minute we've just got the paths coming from our player start point, which aren't really connected to each other. So as soon as I rebuild paths, I'll go into my full view for this so you can see what happens. I'm going to rebuild my paths. We might get some errors. No, we didn't get any errors. That's not too bad. Press close, and you can see now that all of our path nodes are joined up together, which is great, right? So if I press the play button now, I'm going to spawn in. It's chosen one of those spawn points at random for me. I'm going to press the tab button, type add bots space 2, in come my bots, and they start immediately running around between those path nodes, and they've actually gone straight for the weapons as well. They've prioritized the weapons. They started trying to kill me. I'm hoping one of them will run up the stairs, just to demonstrate that for you. I'm sure they would, given enough time, but it seems they're too interested in killing each other. I could maybe add a... Maybe if I run up here, they might follow me. If I run up here, come everybody, chase me. Actually, I wanted to have to set it up at some point so you can see this actually working. Alright, so at least we know how to get these things in now. If we do hide around corners, the bots will chase us. It's just a shame that I've got two of them in there, so they're getting a bit preoccupied with each other. There he is, look, he's chasing me around the corner now. Here he comes. Alright, okay, getting distracted playing the game. Okay, cool. Right, so that's setting up your path nodes, right? Nice and easy. That's basically like a little level setup right there. Real simple, real quick, didn't take any time at all. You guys might want to be a little bit more careful with the placement of your weapons and things like that, the placement of your path nodes. In the next video, we're going to have a look at setting up jump pads as well, which is a nice, cool little feature. We can maybe explore some of these extra pickups as well that we've got here, such as ammo, armor, health, and items. We can have a look at vehicles as well. And we're also going to set up the game information and the map information so that you can actually play these maps in the Unreal Tournament game. Alright, I hope this has been useful, guys, and I'll see you next time.